Yes, is back again. What's flashing over here? Just modules. We're almost complete on modules. Yeah, what? Take some modules with me. Seeing as this place is hoarding a whole bunch. Skew. Hey, Slazer. Train is fast? About normal, really. I mean, it's running on nuclear fuel. It's normal top speed. Yeah, 298. Hey, fake humanoid. What's going on? Alrighty. Actually, that means I can change that out. I'm moving slow. Now, worst case scenario, when this thing gets built, I can just remove everything. Yeah, the Factorio extended trains. What are they? They're 495 or something. Alright, I need to add a few things to this. Because we're going to need some chests. And we're going to need some filter inserters. Because we're going to change all these. Right, you... yeah, you're going to keep... No, you're going to delete substations. I think. No, I think they're fine. Assembly machines and beacons. And pipe to ground. That should clear everything else. Evil Reyes. Throwing down that host. How you doing? Cool. Reports. And yeah, so the decon planner, you tell it what you want to keep instead of what you can tell it what you want to keep instead of what you want to get rid of. Place it. Yes. I suppose while I'm here, yeah, the blacklist option no one uses. It's actually kind of interesting because you can also do that to trees. You can say blacklist trees, and now it'll do everything that's not a tree and rock. It's actually kind of handy. Because then if you have something buried in trees, you can just deconstruct what's buried in trees, not the wood. If you want to save on bot time. You can just do that. Use it, just not often. It is a good feature. I mean, this will be one of the few cases where it's a little bit more convenient. It's a little bit more convenient than trying to filter all the different build components. I suppose it is just built and inserters. I probably would have been easier to do it as a whitelist. Uh-oh, you started Bob's Angels. Down the hole you go. Yeah. probably didn't help my cause when I played it last to have that market mod on. Eventually just found a way to cheese it that way. It's the trouble with overdoing mods. Kind of hoping that I would like just pick stuff up and not try and place everything down. Like good little bots. I might make it so that a train can slide in here. Yeah, I'll make it so the train can slide in here, and then put the sulfuric acid below, and then it can sit basically on the water. With any luck, I don't know if it's possible. It might not be. I have a pump there, and just really direct feed it. What bots do you have? 136, 124. Not many. Not many is the answer. Not compared to over here. Oh, so how's this doing? This is... Ooh, you're looking very dead. Yeah, I need to do smelting because I need to get steel up and running. Unless I plug iron plate straight into this. No, I think the better option is actually to do steel. Q steel horrific. It's still pretty bad, isn't it? I think most of it is now smelting. I mean, this appears to have built itself. Finished building itself, or more specifically, this has finished building itself. It's slow, but it gets there. I mean, the construction queue... Oh, and this has been done for a while. I mean, I could just throw down more belts here for the outputs, just for good measure. I need to finalize the loaders and the unloading and the picking up on the red circuits too. I'm gonna turn those off, see if I can get them all recalled. Got 22. It's normal that it starts to look like a CPU waffle when you zoom out of it. Yeah. Of all the bases I built, they always tend to look like that after a while. Also, who was watching Among Us yesterday? After stream? Oh, that is true, you were watching. There was no doubting that. Oh, that's not mine. Still missing 3. There we go. Shiny and new. Spent so many hours with a... Still memory of the 200 hours. Did you ever play Railway Empire? I did, yeah. It wasn't that fun, really. Kind of annoying. Goose. Professional creamer confirmed. ME 5.3. Oh, I still haven't fixed that recipe, haven't I? It's free now? Ooh. Try and get 2 stations into a city as early as you can. Because that was the biggest problem for me, was being bottlenecked on a single station. Also, do the station with signaling, never do the ones without. Otherwise, you just have massive jams. Ah, it's free on Epic. Of course, that makes sense. It's kind of important. Yeah, the biggest problem I had was getting materials in and out. Oh yeah, Watch Dogs 2 is also free. I got Watch Dogs 1 on Epic a little while ago. I'm guessing there's a DLC. They usually do freebies with DLCs these days. It's funny, Steam used to pull the same thing back in the day. It's a management game, actually nothing about football. I don't know, I never really tried any of the Football Manager games. It's been running for a very long time, that series. I think that one has a lot of loot boxing in it from memory. Or is that FIFA? Might be FIFA. Could be both. 20 years ago? I'd believe that. 20 years ago, yeah. I reckon that game would have come out in the early 2000s, the first one that I can recall. I don't remember it being a 90s game, but I could be wrong. Alright, you need to bring me some chests. Sooner rather than later. Okay, so first problem's done. Need to do that optimization. Championship Manager. Oh, I remember that name. Yeah, FIFA's the... I remember I know FIFA is the loot box. It's loot box game. It's loot box football 2020. Been that way for a while. But I couldn't remember if Football Manager was, if it was as well. From what I've seen of people playing FIFA, it's all just, you're managing a field and opening loot boxes. Giving FIFA away the AS screen because they make money from RNG. Do you mean it works? It's working for them. It's pretty horrible though, realistically. It's working, but it's the scummiest thing ever. Yeah, it's how all that stuff works now. Okay, looks like there's just a few little itty bitty things left. The train should be here. The problem with the filter inserters Oh. The stack inserters, which is greens, which is smelting again. Ultimate Team. The Ultimate Team's the one which I sort of know, like you're opening cards, player cards, and that's the Ultimate Team, isn't it? Where you're opening decks of player cards. You're basically building an ultimate deck. So get base some to it? Sure. So we're at blue circuits right now, which was going to be part of green circuits, but it got separated out. So this does about 16k blue circuits a minute. Tell you what, I might just put a map marker on. There. So this is your entire map. So starting at the starter base, as a bit of a, so there's a bit of a recap. This is our starter base. Starting points here. We still have our original smelting. It's basically done though. It's finished. Yeah, there's just the remnants of a base here. This is all geared towards preparing everything else. This is vanilla, yeah. There are a few mods, but nothing game-changing. Nothing... Okay, so this is a point of contention. Spidertron squad control technically is game-changing, but it lets you control multiple Spidertrons at once, and lets the Spidertrons follow the player. It doesn't change recipes or anything, which is really what the intention. Like, I'm not changing science. I'm not making labs like 2000% efficient. Yeah, so we now got this starter base is now geared towards specifically making blue circuits and modules now. It's Melorith. Sound gone? Doesn't look gone. Now, first step is nuclear down here, which I'm thinking of because I want to check power, which is at 6.5, which means, oh, it's 6.5 out of 8. So yeah, it's just a consistent stamp of nuclear 2x4s, 8 reactors total. UPS optimized, no less. I got in early and started building more, actually. Still in the history. Just a slight diversion here. Make sure to collect some fishies. I'm getting ready to do the third row. I'm going to need to do a whole lot more landfill. Labs are intended to be over here, or science specifically is intended to be over here. We've just, so far, all we've done of it is just a little bit of experimentation. We haven't really done anything. Oh, I suppose we have done greens and reds, but prototyped them. Yeah, so all of the science is going to be over here. So this means, so when I say science, it means it's going to be pack production into labs directly. It's not going to be... I'm trying to avoid train towns where every component is made in a different train town. I mean, it's still kind of train towns, but it's sort of big bases, not little bases. So over here is green and red circuits. So this is our green circuit production over here. Yeah, there's the one that actually runs. There's 3 of them actually running at the minute. There. And 1 red circuit build running. So what these do is they take the raw materials in, so in this case copper and iron, the shared wagons on the train, and this one takes copper and iron and copper and plastic. And it makes red circuits directly, so it makes green circuits for the red circuits, comes down, does its thing. I'm going to have to check on chest stubs for this one too, you know. One thing you'll notice is that there's no splitters. So the goal of this base is to try and do a splitter-free build. And see if it is actually a viable thing. And see if the balance maintains all the way through. So yeah, that's circuits. There's 7 red circuit builds and 14 green circuit ones. The green circuits also get fed into blues over there, as well as everything else. Oil happens here. This is something that I just pretty much always do. It needs a bit of a cleanup. I only just built these last time. These are all for plastic. Again, only one of them's working out of 9, I think it was. Yeah, 9. 2 acid. Not acid, sulfur builds. So these take oil in and take sulfur out. 2 of these. What I'm going to do is do sulfuric acid on site. And then down below here is meant to be rocket fuel down below this. So there's quite a lot to do still. Yeah, so that's basically the oil base. It also does lubricant at each build, and then there's just going to be one train stop that picks it all up. Probably up here. Actually, there's got to be another build up there. Not quite up there. We've got to connect all the trains up to that. There's still a lot to do for that one. Down here is the makings of smelting here, which needs to be redone. And this is sort of like the pre-smelting. This was the first version, and then I changed my mind on it. This one does actually have a balancer on it, but it's not supposed to. Yeah, standard 8.8 beacon design. It turns out this is much better than a full beacon. Not much else to really add to it. This is the thing. Same for each. I haven't done a steel one yet. I need to do a steel one today. At some point. And yeah, on top of that, I need to start getting this up and running. Although I'm going to have to deconstruct it all first. I'm actually also thinking I might start down here. What's the goal as science per minute? It's intended to be 8,100. That's the goal. So the idea behind the lack of splitters is the balancing happens at an outpost either by build balancer or by bots. Then so that's a full train, and then each wagon then is only ever shared with one belt. So one belt of iron ore, say, comes in here, gets turned into this belt here, comes out, and this wouldn't go through a balancer. It would just come out and then go straight into one wagon here. So one wagon of ore becomes one wagon of plate. And then if you follow it round, we come up here, like one wagon of plate here comes down. Actually, it's probably easier to follow the first one. Becomes one belt of circuits. So following the outside one down, right down to here, becomes one wagon of circuits. So I haven't changed where the position where any material is in a wagon. So it's just one wagon to one wagon to one wagon all the way through. And if everything works out right, it should never need balancing. As long as every wagon is always collects everything and leaves full, and then empties everything and leaves empty at its destination, it'll never need balancing. So everything is built around 8s to allow for it, to accommodate it. So this is actually built around 8s as well. There's 16 belts here total because it's two lots of 8s. Yeah, and then science I haven't done yet, and then the final build, which will be artillery production, artillery shell production, military production, which I'm probably going to put up here, is still to be done. That's going to be something I do when the science is up and running, or pretty close to up and running. So yeah, that's pretty much where it's at. It's very experimental. It's something I haven't really tried before. There's a lot of new concepts. At least to me. Oh yeah, I'm going to do acid at site too. So I'm going to bring the sulfur over here and then produce the acid as it needs. Now the only thing I need to tweak, pick up all that. I'm going to get rid of those. And those. Yeah, so sulfur's going to come in here. Center. Out there. In fact, it is there. I already had one. 2, 2, 4, so about there. If I'm lucky, if I'm actually lucky, there'll be train parts here. Yeah, I hope that covered everything. You got any questions, let me know. Yeah, I think that's everything. Yeah, it's everything. I lost track of my thought there because I need to keep things rolling. Keep the base expanding. Let's try that again. I want just the pound poles, roboports, and landfill for this. So get rid of all of these. Keep the substations, keep the roboports, keep the radar, and then we want the landfill. So I just got a skeleton of the final product. Alright, that'll keep it happy for a little while. Alright, here's our train. So this thing... you're gonna go there. Gonna go empty. It's gonna hang out there. Gonna unload sulfur there. I'm thinking I'll just bot it. Five, six. Passive providers. Probably could have copied these before too. Let's cap it at 3 rows. 3 rows to keep it out of trouble. Throw reports. This, I'm 5. Now let me check one thing. So I'm pulling this all from Factorio lab here. Here. Oop. And so sulfur. Acid. Lots. So 10,000 out of 13,000 gets turned into sulfur, but most of the sulfuric acid goes into batteries. 100,000 goes into that. Only 31,000 goes into this. So only a fraction. Which means it shouldn't be, well, it's 24%. So, but only a, still a fraction, I guess. It's only a quarter. Goes into that. So it shouldn't need to be too fast, is really what I want to know. I gotta push all the buttons. So many buttons now to push. Am I wanting to have all these features and functions on the stream that actually do things? You'll never go to Reddit again? I mean, it's generally good for your health to never go to Reddit again. What do we got here? Oh, not that again. I remember seeing that a long time ago. You can actually tell by how old the picture looks. That's version 14. It just hurts, doesn't it? Yeah, so the thing with mining is there's a lot of tricks you can do, but when it comes down to it is the laziest and fastest way to set it up is the best way to set it up. Because your time is the most important part of it's the most valuable part. You don't want to be spending time just diddling around with stuff. Did I bring landfill up here? No. Credit for the substation. It is clever. Give it that. Begrudgingly give it that. Probably need like 4 of these. Random gear. How you doing? I'm doing alright. There we go. But they can just live there, these radars. Question, what bots yield an uneven... When bots yield an uneven use? They will. There are tricks around it though. Like, what you can do, so I've done it elsewhere, but I haven't done it there, is you actually use storage chests. Oh, that's right, how you doing? Good afternoon. I was actually debating 3 or 4. What you can do is, in fact, there, alternate. What you do is set a filter of crystals. Make sure they don't get used as actual storage chests. And what will happen is the bots will want to pull from the storage chests first. And then... Storage chests or the providers first? They want to pull from one first and not the other, basically. Which will even it out. So yeah, that's how you deal with it. Could also I suppose if it's a self-contained bot sandwich, you can also use active and passive providers. You can mix those, but storage chests are a little bit nicer than actives. Actives wanting to actively force items out of its network and all. It's kind of in its name, really, when you think about it. I need to think about shells actually soon. With a factory place, it's called Factorio Lab. It's a relatively new use site, but it's a lot more usable than. I'm not a fan of Kirk McDonald anymore, mainly because the thing always stalls and dies on me. Which I'm not a fan of. Yeah, well, I want steel now, rather than sometime soon. It's not what I call best practice, but I'm gonna do it anyway. It's gonna really slow things down if I'm not making steel. Well, let's get rid of some more of this. Don't even know what that is. This belt's 4 now. Oh yeah, my dumping ground. It's still here. Yeah. just gonna throw it all in there. Okay. This be a crude steel production. But I really need to invest in proper... Oh, it is kind of backed up there. No matter. It'll do the thing. The thing and the stuff and the junk. Still got, yeah, the engines here. What are you doing? Robot frames. Something needed a lot of engines. I can't remember what it was. I remember looking at the end of yesterday and it was looking really low. Actually, everything's produced basically, except for these. Which is... Of course, lacking... It's going back to the original problem, it's lacking green circuits. Which in itself is a supply problem, is it? Oh, might actually be a copper problem. In fact, 3.4... I think there is only... Find out. Oh, train stops are off. No, there's 3. Okay. There is 3. I might need more copper outposts. Copper that's in the way. Kind of in the way. Also kind of in the way, and kind of in the way. See, they're getting pretty big. Even though I turned the richness down. This railworld with the richness turned down, I still get 20 plus million. Yeah, that one's kind of in the way. Alright. Next job. Well, that's your problem now. Okay, so it looks like I'm never going to get to smelting at this rate. Also, more importantly, fishies. Vastly more important than anything else. It's collecting the fishies. They're going to land the richness, otherwise we might have a word with you about this map. Oh, that's actually too short. Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that now, would I? Suppose I could have actually checked that beforehand. There. Prosol forever. Hey, effort, Ethan. Alright, body bots. Oh. I need some more ideas for sound commands. And I'll... Hey, Darth Lady, how you doing? Because I want to make the sound... sound bites cost points. I'll start costing points if I add more. Which I do want to add more. Yeah, new job keeping you busy? I think I'm safe. How are we? I'm doing pretty good. Coffee? A little bit of coffee left. Coffee's gone now. On the phones next week. Pressing your hand low. You try turning it off and on again. Sir, you appear to have a seat and keyboard interfacing malfunction. There we go. Hey, AK. I do actually want to get rid of trees and... Oh. Wrong button. Now you will show up. Excellent. Look who's here. And now do your thing. That we so so love that you doing. It's unfortunate that I suppose I could move this roboport so it can take directly from the train. That would be a good optimization. Hey Nib! Why did I remove the signals? Then they would be too close. So these signals would... Well, there'll be a signal right up against these, defeating the purpose of the entire chain block, basically. The entry one's not so bad, but like again, it's less than a train length away, or less than one train entity away. So it's not really doing anything. And the output one defeats the chain block, if it's there. It's not something you really want, defeating the chain block. Get to play the fun game of placing these things down. That's kind of redundant, that one. The same supply train you're using? This is a slightly different one. This one just runs around with a predetermined set of material. It's slightly different to my full supply train. Literally rigged. Didn't we prove this earlier, that it was literally rigged? Yes, this one, all the stops are named the same, outpost trash. And the train just hunts around looking for trash or things to deliver. There. Bad. Bad game. Bad game is bad. It's going to be interesting when these get speed modules in them. Iron 4. 3 iron 2, copper 3. And mining productivity. Mining productivity would be nice. Alright, can I get this down, please? How do you get the patch mined evenly? I just don't bother trying to mine it even. You can mine it evenly if you add some circuit control, but I found that to be a bit UPS heavy. Come on, construction queue, do your thing. Oh yeah, on with the prod mod demand. I mean, this thing still does like 40k played a minute both ways, which isn't something to be sneezed at. It's just a supply problem. Well, there's a lot of problems going on, fundamentally. Such as me trying to avoid doing smelting. Like, at this point I am actively avoiding smelting at all costs. Oh, and the requester chests are already programmed. Perfect. Patch in your experience, dissolve from the closest station means will tend to travel further as the patch ages. Yeah, that's right. It does that. You have to manually request for the supply train. No, it came automatically. So this supply train, not that one. This one, it's only got 2 stops set, and it just looks for any outpost trash which is enabled. And so because when I built it, it was instantly enabled because its requests weren't satisfied. Its logistic contents wasn't satisfied. It summoned the train. And we'll keep summoning it until everything here is built. Yeah, I have 2 different supply trains going on. Supply trash trains. This is just an augment of my existing trash train. Alright, tell you what, let's go do smelting. Because I said I would. At long last. And maybe clear up some flashing along the way. Flashies. Then again, at the same time, I kind of want to finish this because it's almost done. Like, maybe it's... Okay. One for the Pastebin, nothing's happening. That one's very awkward. It's interesting, I paste that one down, and... Like, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. AK's having problems with it too. I might have to redo it. Yeah, I hate to admit it, but I kind of want to just finish the blue circuits. Get the blue circuits out of here. Oh yeah. You're redundant. Just turn it on. Oh yeah, there is that going on for it with it as well. Zombieland, how you doing? That's probably enough landfill. Probably. Maybe. Possibly. Speaking of landfill, have a look over here. Alright. Guess probably got as many fish as we're going to grab from there. Hopefully we'll get some more fishies from there. So how are you doing? 6.4. Gone down. Now, let's get out of here. How much power? Oh, 6.4, yeah. Yeah. Cut him off. So, combinator signal. It's probably a combinator signal. The combinators are set wrong, admittedly. You need to turn off the ones which say supply and trash. Oh, it doesn't really matter. It's just signal pollution, really. I don't think this has anything you need to change. It's all automatic. Over here, however, yeah, like you can turn off these just to get rid of the signal pollution. So, oh yeah, and this is an on switch for the trash component. This part always runs. So this part is where you put in things to bring, and this part is things you exclude from trashing. So if I turn these off, everything will get everything will get removed from the network except for nuclear fuel. Anything that's added to this list will automatically be added to the exclusion list. Supply is empty. And you also have to connect the red wire up to from the substation here all the way back to any of these substations. You have to connect the wire, otherwise it won't do anything. Train never stops running. Oh, that is actually a slight problem with it. Yeah, because it has to go to the unload first, and then forward, it's supposed to hold itself if there's no requests, but it doesn't do that reliably. Or at least so it seems. Actually, you actually got all these stack filter inserters already. That's the first step. Yeah. It's a minor issue. Okay. Yeah, it's I'm gonna... Oh, you need... This needs, iron plate as well, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Damn it! I forgot the iron plate. Okay. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. No, that can stay. Then we put another one below it. Restamp these right here. In fact, I can probably squeeze it down a little bit further like that. Restamp the chemical plants. To do acid and productivity. I'm kind of tempted to do full beacon, even though there's no real reason to. Yeah, screw it. Realistically, like 4 of these are probably more than enough. What would be an easy signal to look for so you know you did it right? As long as... So if this thing's requesting something, you should see an item on here. If a stop is requesting a train, a T should appear as well. So there's 3 T's, which means that 3 stops should be active. 1, 2, 3. So it gets a T of 1 for every train stop that's active. It's a bit of signal pollution, that is. Like it's a signal leaking out. None of those things. I wonder if some of these haven't been blueprinted properly. In fact, let's start from the beginning. So it should be one of these. This is so this is book is straight from the Pastebin. So it should be like that. Oh, I think I joined the networks. Nope, not quite. Good. That would be embarrassing if I did. So first thing I'm going to do is turn off that, and then turn off that. Yes, that shows nothing. Trash is off initially, so if I... Yeah, nuclear fuel, nothing will happen. Turn it on. Then it requests everything. Oh, turn that off again. That's not good. That's not something I want. There. You can get out of there. The supply. So this says nothing until I type something in. So I want a rocket fuel. The light should come on. Then it should say T and then what it needs. If I do something which it should already have, one of them. I don't remember what the lights actually do. Yeah, see, it's already got one, so it won't request it. Yeah, so you should see something there at the very least. If you're not seeing something there, that means there's a problem with the blueprint. Blueprints have a habit of not always pasting correctly from strings. Stuff gets lost, especially in combinators. I've had so many problems with combinator stuff being lost. Yeah, so if you're not seeing anything on the substation, there's a problem. Yeah, you have to actually tell it what to bring, because it doesn't know what to bring until you tell it to. This one's automatic because it's given a preset list. It's a list you can't... Well, you can actually change it there, but it's basically a predetermined list. I wonder if that can catch it. This thing will also keep bringing bots until there's enough in the network. Or a maximum of 700, I can't actually remember. I may just keep on going. No, it's 700. I think I limit it to 700. How does the blueprint string get generated? From the game, but sometimes going between versions, it seems to lose circuit settings. It's not reliable. I think I have an example of that. Is this one? Yeah, see, multiply by 0? It shouldn't be multiplied by 0. Multiply by 0 again. It's lost settings. Okay, gonna get all the cash. He is in Team Cheetah. Like that. String serialization of the blueprint data, but the data structure of the blueprint changes between the strings created and when it was imported. Yeah, you lose. That's probably the most articulate way of putting it. Yeah, pretty much. It basically means moderator team. The moderator lives in a group called cheaters. At this point, I'm kind of curious to see if this actually works. 500? Split of each. 1 and 5. Whatever. Any coil cards. Can I spin them to up your chances against the kookaburras? Actually, not allowed to do that. Not allowed to change. You're not allowed to, even if it. Actually, I don't know about virtual currency changing odds. I don't know if you can do that with virtual currency. Certainly, you can't do it with real currency. Ironically, that's actually something that Stream Elements does. It's you can add sub luck multipliers. It's not dodgy at all. You won. I didn't actually look. This is actually a pretty good payout, that one. See a problem. Just a minor problem. Well, you know what that means. Down you go. Admittedly, I could do it there as well. But I might as well just use the space. Teaming stare. Blessing name. The name. Yeah, I haven't actually been clearing the name queue, so I've been saving that for next auction. Next time, auction not included is actually worth playing. Something like that. Some such and some such. You threw them all in the bin, didn't you? Just to be extra mean. Did. It did the thing. Fortunately, I can just steal them from there. That actually complete? Almost. I think it's on the train's only coming back because I stole those chests. No chip tunes. the whole picking up trains is so inconsistent. It's really annoying. Come on, how you doing? Oh, that's way too many roboports. Right, can I get this right? Hopefully. The pump. I wonder... I'm gonna save game. Yeah, I'm wondering... So 1, 2, 1, 2... 3... Just wondering if I can get away with that. I mean, I've somewhat guesstimated what I need as well. Couldn't ask for a more direct feed of water, could you? And more acid. I think that's pretty minimal in terms of acid, pipe, and overhead. I mean, this could be potentially be like I could do that there, but I don't think it saves on pipe. I just hope that there's enough flow. It does need like 3K, something like that. Okay. Let's do this for a teeny minute and see, just make sure I can actually do what I want. And did save the game this time as well, or anyone worries. Right, first step, I need to change. I forgot. I need to change these. One, two, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Or there. 3, 3. Plate, sulfur. 3 rows. There and there. 3 rows. There. course it doesn't line up. Track this time. Go track, so I can actually get it to the tile. Sulfur on the bottom. Sulfur on the bottom. Iron on the top. It's actually the wrong way around. The closer chest should really be the sulfur. But we'll deal with it for now. Likewise, I'm only using the end ones, and I probably should be using the center ones as well. Okay. Power this up again. Yeah. Oh yeah. Because I copy and pasted one of those trains. Hey, nabbit. Stop taking them away. Jeez. Okay, I'm actually going to have to do this properly. 60k a minute. Confirm this is on grid. What do we got? What do we got? I mean... It's on... I'm sure it's on some kind of grid. Whether or not it's on my grid is indeterminate at this point in time. Also, why does it exist? The fact that Workjar's name... The fact that Workjar's name is on that means that Workjar can entirely be blamed for... well, not so much blamed, he's responsible for maintaining that grid. It's now Workjar's responsibility to maintain that grid. Yeah, it was probably Stinson, wasn't it? Sounds like something Stinson would do. Do I know the source of acid? No good. Now, I wanted to do proper production. There it is. Which reminds me, did Swan see the thing I put in Discord about the UPS performance of this? Really interesting. Actually, I forgot to do the wire connection, which cost basically no UPS to do, so might as well do it. Actually, this post was made by the 28 King. Damn straight, mine's best grid. I put the time into that one, so I'd expect nothing less than the best. I think I spent 2 days getting the curves right, just right. It ended up being 30 by something. But I wanted mine to strictly adhere to Yeah, connected. Yeah, I think it needed to shrink a little bit for the angles to work out. Yeah, that sounds familiar. So there's something wrong with rotating poles at that distance. I can remember having issues there. In fact, I can remember actually potentially changing the grid, and there was just too many problems. Fortunately, power pole reach doesn't really have any cost associated to it with it. We're all missing reds. Missing reds. I hope it's just absorbing reds into all the chests, and it isn't. Yeah, it's just absorbing. Cardinal directions are fine, but yeah. I think there was a problem with the rotating 90 degrees too. At 30 by 30. Like it would be offset by like a half tile or something. Interesting, only that side's going. They all appear to be going. All got their acid supply. How many blues? 12,000-ish. Yeah, 12,000. I think I needed 10 or 8 per minute. 8 per minute. 8,799. So I needed about 8,800 to 9,000 a minute. And this does 12. It's annoying because one of these does 6. I think it's like 6.5. Sort of running. Did you see this just instantly turned green too? I just noticed. Yeah, I was actually expecting flow problems, but it's not always having any flow problems. How much is it making? 44k a minute? Trouble is, I don't know if down here is... No, it isn't. Great polluter. Damn straight. Wonder if I can do 2. 43... 30... No, I can't do 2. I guess for the purposes of symmetry, 4 will do. 28 work, 32 work, but 30 didn't. I'm pretty sure 30 had some fractional thing going on. Okay. That's acid delivery then. I even managed to get these on on the water. Oh, you're right. Rod mods went away. How about now? 38, 44. And it's still mismatched. 4 is really overcooking it. I mean, I could do 2 full beacons. See, I like the idea of doing substations instead of power poles, although they're very expensive for a large network. The problem is that this is very biased. That I don't like. How's that? 35? Nah, still not enough. Oh wait, I'm waiting for modules. Never mind. How about now? 40 to 43. It's still... Oh no, 43, 44. How hard can it go? 44... Definitely stalled out. Forty-three. I think it might be just barely. More proof of concept. I mean, it's a proof of concept. It's a good idea. Forty-three, 41. I'm not sure if it's increasing or not. Might be. And it's going at 12k. 43. It might not be just quite enough. It's enough water, should be. The only other thing I can think of is to do that. Yeah. I might need to duck in the editor again. Tiles. Oh, brown refined concrete. Okay. Change back to landfill. That's sulfur. We want acid. Productivity. Oh no. Chest. Chesty chest. Pumps. Go right about there and right about there. There into there. Annoyingly, I don't think I can actually physically build this anymore. But I consider undoing landfill to be a reasonable thing. And a reasonable thing to do on these. I mean, I've sort of already been doing that. Tell you what, have a storage chest, damn it. Now I've got problems connecting it. I'm not helping myself there. At least get them joined. Alright, first things first. What's the raw production power of this thing? Almost 50k. 43. That's about what this thing consumes, I think. What does it consume? Well, 8k needs 31,000. I don't know. Actually, oh, okay, no. Edit beacon. This thing I can't even insert fast enough, so I'm creating a whole new problem there. Unless I do more inserters. I mean, I suppose you could... 748, 50k? Yeah, I suppose you could... I could do two of the... I don't know which is better. Full beacon or 8.8 in this case. I suppose this is still less inserters. Probably less pipe. I think it wins on less pipe though. Yeah, I have a feeling it wins on less pipe. Even though it is worse overall. Probably worse. Sort of speculating there. I should clarify that as it's probably worse as is. As is. How am I going to get out though? That's the real question. Like, I really need that to be offset. What about... I get rid of the beacon. Yeah, less crafters. It just... With anything fluid... Hey, heck yes. With anything fluid related, it always feels like... It's still doing 47k, which I think is more than enough. When it comes to fluids, it seems like... less... Whenever there's less, it's just better. You know how much I hate that. I get rid of you. Make sure that's still not running. Surprised this is actually completely stalled out. Why is it stalled out? Stalled out on red and green. We're not making acid anymore. Oh. Oh dear. That's pretty funny. Yeah. Okay, that's something to address when we get back to the actual save. 47, 44, 45. Still rising though. Still slight overproduction. Yeah, later. Well, technically it's past me problem because I gotta go wind back the clock. All the green circuit belts are moving. Yep. These could actually be pushed closer, so I save 2 pipes. Into the ever-growing pile of blueprints. $16, $17, $18. If I see it go up to like $19, $20, then I know it's gaining. I mean, you can see that it's definitely sloshing about. Yes, it's up to 19, yeah, $19, $20, so it is actually gaining. Okay, that's what I wanted to know. Alright, let's wind it back. Remember how I said I was going to do smelting today? Now I've got to hope that I can actually do the thing. The stuff and junk. Lose 2 I can offset the beacons, worst case. Yeah, so if I pick that up, push it over there, yeah, it becomes beacon aligned. But the beacons don't need to be... the beacons don't need to be central. Like, I can just... In fact, you don't want them... On sandwiches, you don't want them like that. You really want... You really need them offset. Right, so how many do we actually need? Not doing anything. That's the awkward part, is... Those pipe there. If I get rid of those, and no, I can't get rid of those. I was just thinking that one through. I know at some point, I'm pretty sure I copied a beacon with the tiles underneath. Neggy's there. Hello. Aji. Is that the beacon in there? I did. There we go. Now it looks convincing as a water supply there. Doesn't need to be that high. 400. 300. In fact, it's going to be 300 as well. Okay, one tiny little tweak. There. Now, as I say, I already spent the landfill to make that, so I don't feel like I'm losing, like I'm not gaining an unfair advantage. I believe it's already been an hour and a half. The only thing I need now is bots. There's our bots. Yep. Okay, what do we got to do? Just gotta redo the chests again. Oh, perfect run. Don't see that very often. Oh, I need to wire those in again too. Oh, this game doesn't have the saved wires. Doesn't have shaved wires. Alrighty. Yeah. These up. Pop. While I think of it, while I'm just doing the busy work here, I want to start doing, I mentioned a few times, I want to start doing a community day. And I need to pick a day that's pretty good, that covers everyone. And I don't know which day that's going to be. I want to change things up a bit, because we've been doing the same sort of Factorio thing for a long time. Like, the first pick is Saturday, because that's that's the best day for me, generally. Sunday? Sunday's kind of awkward. Saturday, 200 mods, lots of conflicting mods. Masochism much? Oh, a JD is. How do people put up with that? I just got in the train. Bilbo mod herpes. Yeah, because I would like to do more multiplayer games. I don't want to keep doing all this single player stuff. Go. Really starting to hate GUIs? GUIs are the worst. So acids on the top. There. Still wrong. The cargo. 8 load. Cargo. Done. I don't think there is an OB sulfur load yet. Because it would be... Yeah, it's not here yet. I need. like rich text. Get them on their way. Yeah, make sure I actually get their fuel. What was bottom one first? Yeah, bottom one first, top one up. Top one second. In their usual positions, of course. What are yours? 6.05, 6.05. Right, last thing I need to do is isolate the networks. This needs to be on its own isolated network. I'm gonna need... Probably gonna need... that fuel to actually work. Gotta need an air gap somewhere. That's actually really inconvenient too. Start with 250. The 2. There's the 2. So hang on a minute, where's the 250? Where's the 2 and the 250 coming from? Yeah, the last thing I need is request a chest. There. A passive provider there. Okay. Let's do one of these things. And there. 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 So when this thing greater than that's greater than what am I trying to do? Greater than, so I want it to hold, say 20. That by 15. Output that. So when this gains 20, it's going to add 15 to it, which means that this is going to turn off again when... greater than 20 output 1, yes, that's right. Yeah, when this outputs... I need to move over another tile too, just in case. Yeah. So when it gets enough in it, it's going to wait until it falls back down again. I'm not yeeting my modules. Active provider. And this thing's basically to request everything that's not rocket fuel, nuclear fuel. I can do such a thing. This will be the super duper extra special basic version. Just don't even need, I literally don't even need a combinator. Like, you just do that and that. You set this to minus 10,000. You set this to set requests. So whenever there's something in the network, it'll just instantly be requested here. So if I do that, say there's 12 in the network, lots will come along, and they'll just dump them in there. And then they'll get collected. I can actually put a storage chest. In fact, I won't put the storage chest there. Bad position. Put the storage chest like there. Trash those. Add sulfur. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Sulfur 9. That would end badly, wouldn't it? That would end very badly. In fact, I'll just set them all to minus 900,000. Yeah, that wouldn't want all of those things to get trashed out of here, wouldn't you? Now that this thing's done, yes, they're now trashing all that stuff. That'll active provider over to here. Logistic is a little light. Actually low on storage. $100, 146. I don't see much value in having many more logistic spots. Okay. No. Nope. They can stay. Baby can stay. That can go. They can stay. That can go for now. They can stay. Probably actually go. Nuclear fuel has this place got? 55. Have some more. Okay, have some more chests. Yes, place is only going to need belts and. Oh, we'll actually need inserters. God damn it. Because I got to do the loaders and the unloaders, so I do need inserters. I do need them. Alright, so that's blue circuit's basically done. That's kind of in the way though. We'd better fix this part here. Yeah, steel has gotten into that. I mean, I could just enable. I could just start using the off-site blues. But that's... There's a few things I need to do before I can do that. I need the smelting working now. I actually do. Like, everything depends on the smelting. Feeding on plastic. Feeding on oil. Do I actually need more oil outposting? I might. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of keeping this thing going. I think I will have to. I'll just make a request plate for now. Yeah. Play there. Of course I can't reach that. Why would I even try that? I know I can't reach that. Actually, another thing I didn't do was that. Well, I suppose if we really wanted to do it properly. There we go. Oh, not quite. It has some issues. It was the top two. Yeah, that one. Like that. Ah, I really want this patch to be gone. Still going strong. There should be enough coverage on those not to need that radar. Hope. In before that disappears. I think I'm good. Think I'm good. Those fish won't be good for very much longer. Power at 6. 6 out of 8. Are we winning? I mean, we're winning the battle against the fish. The fish, gotta take every opportunity you can to be on the offensive when it comes to fish. So make sure that they don't be overwhelmed with numbers. Yeah, my improv's a little off today. Uh-oh. That's unpleasant. You mind? Biters. Okay, we're gonna need some strategic tactical nuking. Oh, they're everywhere. I mean, admittedly, it is pretty close to biters right there. Also points out we're going the scenic route, back round. Any day now. Would have been easier just to park this train and grab another one. Also, the biters given up. Yeah, they've given up. They've eaten the radars and then they're satisfied. They don't care anymore. One thing that kind of kills the biters is the lack of orientations. The lack of intermediate rotations. So you see them snapping to different rotations. It's something you don't really see anymore. Yeah, in games. Oh, they're hungry again. Also, much better. Gee, it'd suck if I didn't get in there in time. I spent all my time going halfway around the map and back again. Yeah, not the Roboport. Here's my game is upside down. Seems fine to me. Sure your eyes aren't upside down? Might want to get your eyes checked. Just in case they're upside down. Serious condition. Having upside down eyeballs. Alright. Back to there. Let's I'm not even gonna bother with the whole Spidertron business. Let's just cut out the middleman. Let's just cut out all the slow walking, slow stupid walking with the Spidertron. Cannon shells, a bit of a pain though. Okay. Job is already 2 hours in. Tell you what, you maybe less than 200. Unless it actually is less than 200. Have I actually used them all up? It's actually pretty amazing if I have. 2 hours in, still no steel smelting. Seems about normal, really. Slightly concerned by the accumulation of used cells. In? It's just one thing after another, isn't it? Can never win. I say, sir, you appear to be destroying my roboports. I can't allow this to continue. This is a bit of an issue here. You're destroying my ore. Like, it's like concentrated rage of Karen there. Mind? So I thought I gave them, what I gave... Oh. You brought some friends. That just won't do. Yeah. Cut that out. Apparently it's all now me problems. This suit seems to be a little light on the old... Ah, crap. Seems to be a little light in the old defense department. How did that run out so quick? You win this round. Also, that's the first manly war cry. You know what, that didn't have batteries in it, didn't it? It's the first death, yes. Annoyingly, I don't even... The spider remote is over there. And you missed it. You only just barely missed it. Here. And follow me. Alright, me and the boys got a bit of a problem here with these biters. You know what? Given the time it's going to take for these to maneuver out there, I'll almost get a coffee. Walk around. I was walking around with nukes. As you do. You come over here. Hopefully that order stays valid. Yes, the suit ran out of power and then immediately died. The Kraken was, but I need the shell... You know what, screw it. I hate doing it this way, but I'm gonna do it. Artillery shells, there, there, there and there. And explosive shells, there, there. Actually, that up, down there. Something like that. Oh. Well, let me get my body back first. Gotta get the body back, then I gotta do a coffee refill, and then we're gonna do steel smelting. Remember how I wanted to do steel smelting at some point? Gonna need to figure out how to get more through the smelting in general though, make it longer instead of taller. Ideally I'd like to have 4 instead of 2, otherwise the smelting is going to be huge. Alright, corpse retrieval crew. Gotta go up to there. Fixing smelting intensifies. Yeah, talking about what I was talking about, well, speaking of what I was talking about before with community games, so I want a community games day. I want to start mixing up game days as well. So, like, currently my Saturday, which is European Friday night, isn't the best, but I can't really do Sundays. That's my no stream day. Yeah, pretty much. All full belts. All full belts anyway. It works out, I think it was like 1 full belt of steel with an 8.8 works out to be equivalent to 4 stacked one after the other in regular belts. In regular iron. Alright, biters. I wish to address some concerns I have. Which there are many. Yeah, that had no batteries. How did that run out so quick? I didn't expect it to run out so quick, though. I guess the PLDs are more than I thought. 240, 480. Yeah, that's like 1 megawatt there. Really need to reduce legs, increase fusion. But fusion's just so pathetic. Yeah, I move so much faster than the spiders. It's painful. Why don't I lock those? Spider squad, come back here. You can just operate on base defense for now. Alright, let's deal with this artillery issue. Am unadjusted, or slightly adjusted. Okay, well they're coming back. Actually, while you're there... Let's address the immediate concern. How many spiders will I need for the Kraken defense? Probably the same squad. I mean, I've lost another one again, so there's only 4. There we go. Just something totally unreasonable like 500. Gonna have an explosives problem though. Right, our immediate problems are dealt with. Let's get our next immediate problems. So next, the reason why I needed the explosives, the military builders to make explosives on a large scale, because that thing's going to be very short on explosives. Right, you can return. Probably gonna, yeah, see, it's short on explosives. I did disconnect this explosives that was here. There it is. Yeah, it needs sulfur. And I replaced the sulfur production that was here with more acid. Tell you what, we'll take a break here, or refill the coffee. I need to go to the bathroom anyway. And then we actually genuinely will do smelting as soon as we come back. So, yeah, don't go too far.